Let's tap some maple trees. Get it? Because I tapped the maple tree. You get the joke. So maple syrup, or syrup, or as I like to call it, liquid gold. But whatever you want to call it, you know it and you love it. And if you don't love it, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. But to get it here, we have to start in the forest. Sugar maples are the most commonly tapped trees because of the high sugar content, which is where they get the name. But many different maples can be tapped for syrup, and some completely different tree species can be tapped. In fact, let me know in the comments if you want to see me tap one of those and compare the syrup. Now, I live in Kentucky, which isn't known for maple syrup, but according to the USDA, approximately half the state is covered in forest. And in 2014, the most common tree species was red maple at 12% of all trees, followed by sugar maple at 9%. And big surprise, those two types of maples are the two types we'll be tapping today. Now, tapping trees is pretty simple, and this is the setup that I've been using since I was a kid. Some half-inch tube couplings and elbows to drive into the tree, and some empty water jugs to catch the sap. I also like to use some vinyl tubing to run the sap into the jug. This makes setup easier and prevents bugs from getting into the sap. Yes, bugs. Yes, it is winter. Okay, I live in the South. It don't matter the season, there's bugs for just pleasing. Hey, that works. And I'll tap as many trees as I can with the supplies I have. It takes some experience to identify the trees just by bark, so it's helpful to look for the trees before they lose their leaves in the fall. There's the final tap. Skip to tomorrow, and we have sap. And you've probably noticed, that just looks like water. And that's because it is water. At least mostly. We have to boil almost all of it away until most of what's left is sugar. The ratio is about 40-1, meaning what we collected today, a little over 11 quarts, would barely produce a cup of syrup. Also, just because I know you're wondering, yes, you can drink the sap. It's like you just added a drop of maple syrup to some water, because that's exactly what it is. And it's already turning brown, but we still have a long way to go. I came back each day, checked the trees, emptied the jugs, boiled the sap, drank a little bit, and after 5 days, the trees stopped running. Now, they will produce more sap this season, but if I don't boil what we have down to syrup, it will go bad. So last day of sap going in, and I'll boil it until it reaches the right water content, which is about right when the temperature is 7 degrees above the boiling point of water. It's actually only 217.8 at my elevation, but I kind of wasn't paying attention. It's fine though, not a big deal. Filter and jar it, and we made a little under a quart of syrup. And now, for the moment that I have been waiting for. Woo! It's not bad. And now I know every time someone makes something at home, they're like, oh, this is better than store-bought, but this is better than store-bought. Now with this little bit of syrup, I can make maple pull candy, maple butter, put it in coffee, drink it straight, use it as lotion, or something insane like put it on pancakes. And after 5 days, nearly 10 gallons of maple sap, and a ton of propane, we have some maple syrup. All because I thought, hey,